So we're going to start looking at the mid-season trailer. We have some clips to go through on what we can expect in the next few episodes. Gianna, there's probably like 4 episodes left. I think there's one more episode, then it's hometowns, then they're going to Mexico, Men Tell All after the final rose. Like, we do have a lot more episodes to look forward to, so we're going to try piecing some of this together. And after we go through the episodes, we're going to open it up to you guys. So if you have any questions, any tweets, tweet us, leave it in the comments below. Let us know what your thoughts are. It could be about Michelle's season, or it could be about anything else going on in Bachelor T. So let's take a look at this first clip. Let's see.
These men are putting everything out there for me.
When you know it's real, you know it's real.
With her, everything is perfect.
Okay, I mean, here's the thing, and I don't want there's no spoilers, but like, we're detectives. So if you do not want to be a detective with us, now would be the time to exit, because we are going to be dissecting these trailer. We know that Michelle heads to Mexico later on in the season. Unless this is Brandon's hometown, I don't know where he's from. Brandon is making it to Mexico. Like, this is a good sign. Look at them. They are so cute. I want Brandon to win.
Oh, okay. I mean, you have such a great point. I'm just going back to what we said, like, when's he getting heartbroken? Is he going to be like the runner up and that's how he gets heartbroken?
Maybe.
Like, because clearly he is going far. And I mean, he's been getting a lot of screen time, so I'm not surprised. This shouldn't be really a surprise to anybody, especially after that group date of him shoving the fish down his throat. Like, it's like clear that he's going far. So I mean, proof is in the pudding. I hope they work out. I hope he doesn't get his heart broken. But again, it's just like one of those too good to be true things. And he's like obsessed with her. I want to see her like, again, reciprocate those feelings a little bit, because I feel like she's holding back with him for some reason. I don't know. Maybe we'll see her exude more emotion with him next episode or something.
Well, what do you think about this? I know about this like body position. I mean, she's leaning back. I think that is like a good sign. Like, I'm not a body analysis, because there are people like that. Like, there literally are like specialists, but like, I think this is a good sign that she's into him.
Very romantic, picnic on the beach. Clearly they're on some sort of date. So I see a little champagne glass by her foot there. So this is good signs all around.
Yeah, well, let's keep looking at some of these clips, because I think Clayton might be getting a one-on-one date, which hopefully would happen if he's our next Bachelor. So let's take a look at the next one.
The more time that I spend with Michelle, the more I realize that she could be the one.
Have you and Michelle kissed?
Guys, I can't tell you that.
Ooh, so they're rollerblading, and I'm assuming these are Michelle's students that, that she is going to introduce Clayton to, which is also a really good sign if she's introducing Clayton to his kids. I mean, how far do we think Clayton is going to go? There's 8 men left. I don't know, he probably won't make the top 4, but this could be a hometown date. Who knows? How far do we think he's going to go?
Oh, I mean, I feel like he won't be in the top 4 just because it's like he's the next Bachelor. It's like something must have happened. I don't know. For some reason, my gut is just telling me that he's not making it in the top 4. I feel like he'll maybe be like the 5th person, and then it's like he just missed it. But yeah, they're rollerblading. They look really cute. It looks like they were in like a planetarium thing, unless I don't think that was the real moon that they were kissing in front of, because that was a crazy shot. So maybe they had like a 2-part date where he met her students and they were like learning about science or something. And this clip, when he said like, guys, I can't tell you that, like, that was my favorite part of this entire trailer. That was the cutest thing ever. Like, nothing is cuter than like seeing a guy that you're interested in like interact with, whether it's like your students, your siblings that are younger, your like whatever that are younger. It's any type of kids. Like, it's so cute. So it's like a shame that he doesn't go far, but like I mean, he's our next Bachelor. There's no secret about it anymore.
He's far.
So,
he's in the top 8. He went pretty far.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to put out a prediction and go out on a limb here and say that he's going to get a one-on-one next week, and that he's going to get eliminated on the one-on-one. He's not going to get the rose. and he's going to get sent home, and it's going to be really dramatic because he's going to open up and it's going to be heartbroken and everyone's going to be shocked and Bachelor Nation's going to freak out like they are today with the whole Hannah and Peter thing. Like, well, you know how Bachelor Nation goes on that thing. So I think he's going to go home next week on the one-on-one date. That's what I think is going to happen. But I really don't know. I did not look that up.
I'll get my tissues ready because maybe that's the moment that solidified, like, oh,
There needs to be a moment.
There needs to be like a redemption thing for him. Clayton for Bachelor, that's how he got into it. And if that happens, that'll be really emotional for everybody. So
because he's getting the one-on-one next week. That's what it seems like. It's also his turn to get one. I think him and Brandon should be next in line, considering I think everyone else has already gotten one pretty much besides Alu. But let's keep looking at these clips because Michelle is going to get closer with Joe. So maybe we can kind of dissect what's going on here because as we mentioned earlier, there's still some more tea that needs to be divulged.
It's just organic. We're only focused on each other.
I'm falling in love with you.
There's nothing better than hanging out with this man.
But I remember seeing this last night. I was like, why does Joe get all the sappiest dates? He goes to her high school, prom, basketball. It's just like she's reliving her years where she could have been dating Joe. Because remember she said that? She was like, if I knew Joe, I would have a crush on him in high school. Like, Joe's that type of guy. It's almost like she's reliving those years with Joe as an adult. And, like, I don't know if that's a good sign that they're, like, making up for, like, the lost time. Because they could have been together their whole lives. They grew up in the same place. Or if it's just, like, she has to live out those teenage years with him. Like, realistic, whatever. And then, like, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to say that moment where she was like, oh, he totally would have been my crush in high school. It's like, well, here's the opportunity
Now
that
you're
you
in high
missed.
school.
And
Here's
you're
prom.
now you're going back to high school. But we did hear him say that he's falling in love with her. So it's like, is he going to just say that on the next date? Like, when is that moment being said? Because that's huge. Or was that on a hometown date? Like, when was it?
This looks like
we
a
need to
one-on-one.
know. Clearly,
Oh, it could be his
he's
hometown date.
That's what I'm saying. It could clearly top 4. It's happening. Like, you heard it here first on Shared News. But yeah, I mean, these
Or
two are always
you heard it everywhere.
together. You heard it everywhere. It's just no shock that they're making it. So.
Yeah, and I love a good prom date. It's a little cheesy when it's 2 people, but the Paradise prom on Bachelor in Paradise this summer, that was insane gold TV with Abigail and Noah. So I'm excited for another prom. But let's keep looking because it doesn't seem like Joe is going to be the only person to give the L word. So let's see who else might be falling in love with Michelle.
I'm truly in love with you.
You are this amazing person.
She's the only woman that I've opened up this much to.
I am crazy about you.
Okay, so Brandon and Nate, Nate says he's crazy about Michelle. I guess that's different. Brandon J is falling in love, and Martin is even sharing an intimate kiss with Michelle as well. Why is Martin still here? Like, how does this mean Martin could be going to the top 4 as well? Because I know a lot of people are pulling for Rodney and Rick, but it seems like we're getting more of Martin in these trailers than we are with Alu and Alu and Rick and Rodney.
That's just such a shame. Like, Michelle, come on. Like, you are a strong, independent woman. You know, like, where you stand. And this guy literally just says the dumbest things all the time. Like, I can only imagine what he says, like, off camera, like, to guys. And not to mention, too, like he ran to the guys. I forgot to say this earlier. After he was telling Michelle that all women are high maintenance, he ran to the guys and was like, I was trying to tell her something and she just didn't understand what I was saying. And the guys were like, well, what were you saying? And he's like, I was just trying to tell her something and she wasn't understanding. Like, he didn't even tell the guys what he said because he knew that he was wrong. So I'm just like, he's not my favorite at all. Like, I'm hoping this is like, and honestly too, like we were talking about body language and like, I'm not a body language analyst, but like this kiss looks so awkward. Like, she has her arms crossed and she's just like, I guess I'll kiss back. Like, if I'm into somebody, my hands are like around their neck or their head or like wherever. Like, she's just like, So he's not going far. I hope not, at least.
I mean, he's kissing her, so that's a good sign. I mean, is she kissing everyone these days? I mean, there's 8 guys left, so I guess she's probably kissing everyone these days. But
Yeah,
at
I
this
think
point,
so.
it's like you wouldn't kiss him if you didn't want to like progress. So I don't know, but not
Yeah.
everyone can fall in love with Michelle. Like they can't all be in love with her. She only can pick one guy at the end. So let's take a look at this next clip to see who it might be narrowing down to.
I'm excited thinking about where we can end up.
They all have told me that I'm their person. But I can't be everybody's person.
Okay, Michelle has had some really good one-liners. Like, she's been such a good narrator throughout the season. Remember the first trailer when she was doing the poem and the soulmate? As a girl, I always wanted... Like, Michelle is so good at narrating the show in a dramatic way. I did not expect her to be so good at it. I almost feel like she's, like, top tier at it. Do we think she knows what she's doing, like, as a dramatic narrator for a reality show? Or do we think that she's just, like, being herself?
I think she's genuinely like being herself. Like all the guys this season have admired her confidence. Even Clayton was like, "Have you always been like this confident and on it?" And like that's what she emulates, and that's what I love about her. And like she's honestly like more timid if you compare her to somebody like Katie, who was talking about sex all the time and talking about this and that. Like
She
she
brought a
was very
dildo.
outspoken. She brought the dildo, and it's like Michelle is very like she's timid, but when she says things, she knows what she wants, and she's like not holding anything back. So I think that that's just part of her personality, and I think it is very like artistic and aesthetic in a way that makes her sound like this
Yeah.
grand narrator. But it's just like she's a girl that knows what she's saying, and she doesn't want to dance around her thoughts. She just says what she needs to say, and that's that.
I'm looking forward to more of that because it gives me the chills hearing Michelle talk. So I can't wait to see her get engaged and everything. It's gonna be so good. So let's keep watching. We have a few more clips, and this is gonna show even more details on what's to come in the final week. So we're gonna get even more clues. And Gianna, we're gonna have to give our predictions at the end, like top 4 or top 5 even, or even top 3, like real predictions. Because these clues, these trailers, they really tell you everything you need to know if you look closely. So let's look at our next
Yeah.
clip. Whoa. I mean, every Bachelorette has at least one breakdown. I'm going to predict that this is like final 4 or final 3 because it's obviously not the final 2. Like she's at a rose ceremony. I think she handed out 2 roses and then she goes like to cry like off stage and then she has to like decide between 2 people. That is the picture that I am getting from this 3-second clip.
I mean, I can't argue with that. I agree with you. Like she's in a long dress, which indicates rose ceremony. She's looking stunning, even though she's crying. It has to be something, or maybe
Exactly.
maybe it's right before the rose ceremony when it's like, "Hey, Michelle, who you gonna pick?" And she takes a step outside, like after talking to all these guys, because she does have a great group of guys left. So I mean, yeah, I can't imagine being in her shoes and how hard it must be. So
She does look really pretty while she's crying. Thank you for pointing that out, Gianna. She's stunning. She's killing it. But the it's gonna get hard for her, and that's what really happens when it's towards the end of your season and you start to develop strong feelings of love with so many guys. So Michelle's gonna need some advice, and it looks like her dad and her mom are going to be coming back. It was really nice to see them again this episode, but it looks like they're gonna be coming back on a future episode. So let's take a look and see if her dad is having concerns or if he is happy for her and some of the guys.
I know that I'm gonna have to break somebody's heart, but also my heart could be broken.
My concern is that he would become a jealous person.
So Michelle's dad is that her concern is that he would become a jealous person. It looks like they're in Mexico here. Usually what happens on The Bachelor is that they meet the parents of the lead, meet the final 2 men. Sometimes it's 3 depending on the season. Sometimes it's 1 because there's always a dramatic ending, but usually typically it's 2. who do we think she could possibly be talking about? Because I would put, let's say, Brandon, Nate, Joe, I would say are probably my top 3. So I would assume that she was talking about one of those 3 guys.
Yeah, and I think the one guy that she's talking about is Brandon, honestly, because like I said, he's head over heels. We see his passion for her. And sometimes when you like or love somebody that much, you tend to be a little toxic and get a little jealous. So I think that that's like what her dad was saying. And I also just love that the dad is giving advice, because he totally reminds me of like my dad. Like, I don't really talk to him about relationship advice, but when I do, like, he just says the right things. And it's like our dad's like being like, you know, he's a girl dad, so it's like that's his baby. Like, he doesn't want to see her get heartbroken. So I just love that he's involved in this process.
And I'm loving this clip of her running through the grass. It's just so dramatic, like a little farm moment. This is what I want to see. I want to see this Midwestern, type of vibe, because I've never been to Minnesota, nor has The Bachelor. So it's like, show us the country. We don't need to go to all these football and baseball stadiums. We want to see the country and what it's like. But it's getting down to the final few frontrunners. So let's take a look at this in next clip to see what other drama is going to go down.
I want to let these guys know that's my girl.
Show deserves
Someone better.
You're an actor, and you've come on a reality TV show.
What are you talking about?
This is what I want to see. Clayton versus Nate. He's an actor. He came on a reality show. And honestly, now I have to take back my theory. No, never mind. I don't know. Because they're the only 2 guys here. My theory was that maybe he goes home on his one-on-one date, which could be true, because, like, what if all the guys are on a group date right now, and then they're the 2 guys behind, but then Nate already got a one-on-one date, so would he be getting another? But, like, what do we think is going to happen between these 2? Because all of the other sources of drama, the Chris S's, are gone at this point. So it's like, what could possibly be going down between them?
Do you think that this is one of those editing moments, though, where Clayton says something like that, and then they cut and insert somebody else to throw us off? Because that's the vibes I'm getting. For some reason, I'm trying to analyze the background. The backgrounds do look similar. The lighting's a little different. I feel like it's one of these side. Yes, so I feel like it's one of these like fake out moments. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. It's hard to say.
Can we go to this shot? Can we backpack to this shot when all those guys were walking in for probably a rose ceremony? Because I don't even care. Like, I need to see who is there. So Rodney's getting another one-on-one. This shot right here. Let's look right here. We have Joe, and we have Clayton. We have Alu, Rodney, and Nate
Rick.
and Nate. Oh,
I see
Rick is there too. Is Clayton even there? Okay,
No.
that's Rick. I thought that was Clayton.
Is that Clayton?
So this here, and Brandon's not here either, which would be shocking because Brandon was, seen in Mexico in some of the other shots. But I feel like this is like a final 5 or a final 6 situation right here.
Oh, that's a hot take right there. I don't know, because this looks like I feel like this is maybe like next week's rose ceremony, because we're still not seeing all the guys turn the corner. So again, this is maybe one of those moments where they're like, let's cut just as these guys are about to come out to make it seem like they're not coming out. So yeah, this is always so interesting. I don't know what to say about it.
It could be a final 5 or 6 situation. I'm surprised that Rick is making it so far. Because, like, I'm trying to think who's on the chopping block for next week, and the only person I can think of is, like, Martin and maybe Alu, because they haven't had as much of a connection as far as the other guys, which would be sad. But Alu will definitely go to paradise because he's so beloved by Bachelor Nation. But let's keep watching because we need more clues. We have, like, 3 clips left. The next clip we're going to show you is some hometowns. So this is really going to reveal all. So if you've made it far, like, if you've made it into this live this far, you know the tea is coming.
Do you feel like he could be ready for an engagement?
He's not there yet. I don't want him to hurt himself or you.
Wow. So obviously this isn't Michelle's dad. This is a hometown date. One of the guys' dads is concerned that one of the guys his son is not ready and that he's gonna hurt Michelle. I mean, whose dad do we think this is?
Well, when we get off this live, I'm sure you or me or both of us combined could find out in less than 5 minutes. But I don't know. I mean, okay, just this is what I'm gonna say. Because he's bald, I'm gonna say maybe that it's Joe's dad, just because Joe is also bald. I don't know
Oh
if
my
it's like a
God.
genetic thing. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that. But it's concerning to hear somebody's own father be like, "Yeah, no, he's not ready. He's not ready." If I were Michelle, I would have been like, "Okay, send him home. I don't even want to try. Like, goodbye." Like, that's terrifying to hear.
I kind of think it's Joe too, just because I feel like Nate and Brandon and Rodney are so much more ready for marriage. And I feel like Joe is kind of shy and like reserved. And like, I wouldn't be surprised if Joe would have like reservations or hesitations about getting down on one knee at the end. Because I just don't feel like Joe is all in it. And I hope Michelle's not getting manipulated. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was Joe's dad. And you're right, we can probably figure that out. But this is going to be a dramatic moment. I love hometowns. Hometowns are so fun. There's always so much tea. But let's keep looking. We have a couple more clips. Clayton is going to be breaking down, and we know Clayton will go home, so maybe we can find out why or when in this next clip.
Oh my God. I feel sick to my stomach.
This is one Michelle so badly.
Oh,
He just wants Michelle so badly. He's crying. See, this could be a one-on-one date where he gets sent home. Like, this really could be. How else do we think he'll get sent home? Just out of rose ceremony? He's crying right here. This is not rose ceremony attire.
no, and like, but their one-on-one date with the kids and the rollerblading.
That was a day portion. That was the day. This could be
You're
nighttime.
right. Oh, I was gonna say because he is wearing a different shirt, but it's like, why would he be in the like living room area ish crying? Like the shot right before this, it looks like he's in that area where like all the guys hang out. So I'm just like, and like hearing him say like, I just want Michelle so badly. Like, no one's ever said that about me.
You
Like,
know
that
you
is
don't.
so cute.
Aw.
So cute. I hate to see him cry. It makes me, I'm like, I could cry watching him cry. That's how I feel. And that's probably why he's our bachelor.
I mean, he became the next bachelor. They probably got into filming like 2 months after Michelle's season wrapped, and there probably was conversations like right after. So I'm sure he's gonna be fine. He could be engaged right now. I think they just wrapped his season like last week. So he could be engaged right now. And I'm so excited for his season. Like, I love The Bachelor so much. So, like, I like it more than The Bachelorette. So I'm just excited. Let's keep looking. We got 2 more clips. So everyone is breaking down in this next clip. I wonder why.
I could have stronger feelings for him than he does for me.
I don't want to let this woman go.
I'm terrified.
I don't want her to let me go.
Who do we think is saying that? That sounds like Brandon J.
I don't know because I honestly was very distracted. There was a shot of, I think it was Clayton from behind, him sitting in that same shirt crying. Yeah. And it looks like he went to like her room, you know, when they're like, "Hey, Michelle, can we talk for a second?" Yeah. And then she's like, "You know what, actually, like, I don't like you." And then he's just sitting there like crying. That's exactly what this looks like to me. So,
You know
I mean,
what?
unless she
You're
went to
probably
his room.
right.
Yeah. And I think that this is their breakup,
Ooh.
honestly. I don't know like why, like, because this looks like it's during the day. So it's not like he's in his night attire from the one-on-one date. So I don't know why I'm so stuck on this shot, but that's my big takeaway from this whole thing.
You're right. See, because there has to be at least 2 guys going home next week. There's 8 guys left. I'm assuming there's 2 more episodes and then hometowns. So I kind of think that he might be going home next week with Martin. Or there also could be a 2-on-1 coming. Apparently, that was a possibility as well. I saw that there might be a 2-on-1 that like that is coming back. So maybe Clayton could be on a 2-on-1, but with who? Like there's literally 8 guys left. I feel like there should be a couple more at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was like
With
they were on a
Nate.
2-on-1 with Nate, and then he found out that Nate was some sort of actor, and then they started fighting after. Well, no, it can't be after because one of them might go home during the 2-on-1. I don't know. These trailers, they kill me. They really do kill me. But
That might make
another
sense.
thing, yeah, another thing besides Clayton that I noticed in this clip was the fact that what was the fact? What was I saying? Because it was very important. Oh, Michelle was crying in front of one of the guys. And it was during the soundbite where she was saying, I think I might like him more than he likes me. And I believe there's Nate.
It could have been about
And
Nate. Because that's
Yeah.
But like, who knows? I feel like Nate is really into Michelle.
I know. So again, I don't know if there was editing magic right there. So maybe they did a shot of Nate and then a different shot of Michelle talking to somebody else and having a breakdown. It's they manipulate us, the editors. They really do.
They do. They do. Okay, well, we have one more clip. Literally one last clip in the entire trailer that we know. So if this does not give us a, heads up, then I don't know what will. And then we're going to do our picks. So let's take a look.
If I get to the end of this and he's not all in, I will be heartbroken.
Oh my God. So what? She's about to get engaged. Hopefully, this is like the setup. And it seems like she is putting her eggs in someone else's basket who might be like not all in, which is usually not what we see when it's the lead. Gianna, let's give our final picks. Why don't you tell me your top? Do you want to just give me the order on what you think's gonna happen? There's 8 guys left, so who's gonna get 8th, 7th, 6th, 5, 3, 2, 1? Is that too much to ask? Because I have mine as well.
Okay.
You could just free ball it. You got this.
Who's going home next week? I think Martin for sure.
Please.
And then our Apple man, he's still here, right? What's his name again?
Rodney.
Rodney. I do think that he's gonna go home. We have not seen that much of him, and I don't think like Michelle vibes with him that much on like a deeper level than she does with these other guys. So I'm gonna say Martin's gone, Rodney's gone, then Rick will be gone. 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm like, who else? All I know is like Alu. I'm gonna say Alu after Rick, and then leaving Joe, Nate, Brandon. Did I miss somebody?
Clayton?
Oh no.
Just Clayton.
So who could be the See, now my head is spinning because Clayton is I don't think he's gonna make it to the top 4. So I'm like, who's the 4th
I don't think so either.
hometown? Okay, so maybe Clayton and then
I think
Alu makes it
Rodney.
to top 4. Oh.
No, I think
Hot
because
take.
that we saw Rodney on a one-on-one date in the teaser. They were
Oh,
like having a
yes.
picnic, and Rodney already had a
Yes.
one-on-one date, so it's not like he can't get one next week. So that means he's probably saved next week. I think Martin needs to go. We all are on the same page with that. And I think
Goodbye.
Clayton might surprise us and go home next week, and then Alu and Rick will be 5 and 6, and then the top 4 will be Rodney, Brandon, Joe, and Nate, and then it's like up for grabs. I mean, Rodney's probably 4th place, but then the top 3, I don't have an order for Nate, Brandon, and Joe.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Everyone listen to Zachary because that's just correct. And now I agree with you after you going through it logistically. It makes so much sense. But yeah, I'm right there with you.
And who do you think she's going to pick?
Like I feel like for some reason it's gonna be Joe. And again, we're
Wow.
hearing her say she's putting all her eggs in a basket for maybe someone that's not all in. And then if that was Joe's dad saying he's not ready, it's like all the red flags were in front of her face. And then we see her crying. It's like, is he leaving her at the altar? Is he not? He's not gonna do
Oh
it.
my
Like
God.
I don't know. I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. I'm sweating already.
See, and you said this season was boring. Just wait, Gianna. The second half
I
is gonna be
know.
good, okay?
It's gonna redeem itself starting next week. I'm excited. I have high
Yes.
hopes.
And also, Gianna, the finale of Dancing with the Stars is next Monday. And me and you are both very invested in that. So I almost feel like once we close out that competition on ABC, and then we have like a few weeks left of Bachelorette, everyone's going to be so much more invested in that since we don't have dancing anymore. Does that make sense
That's
too?
another thing. Yes, of course, because it's like, especially us, like we're not just watching it, we're like taking notes, we're getting ready for these shoots to report on all of it for our shared news fans. And it's like, it's a lot sometimes. We love what we do, but it's like we gotta watch Dancing with the Stars on Mondays. We gotta watch The Bachelorette on Tuesdays. We gotta watch all our other shows every other day. It's like once Dancing with the Stars is over, I'm gonna have like a night to mentally prepare for Tuesday, which is
Exactly.
great to me. So I get what you're saying. It makes total sense, and you're right. So I think I am gonna be way more excited once Dancing with the Stars is over.
That's where my head is at too, because this trailer got me excited. A lot is coming, and that is everything we have to share with you guys today. So, fun episode live. Me and Gianna, we're happy to be back. We want to hear from you guys. We want to know what you guys think. What are your predictions, especially if you made it to the end? Did you see something in the teaser that we did not see? Give us your predictions, everything you guys think is going to happen. Let us know in the comments down below. And make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel and ring the bell so you never miss out. We are covering Bachelor Nation all season long, all year long. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, joined by the lovely Gianna Gravelisi. Our social media handles are on the screen right now, so come give us a follow, come say hello. And that is all we have for today. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.